Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Brian. Of course, the Twitter thing didn't work, so I'm just gonna have to record it on YouTube, put it on YouTube on my YouTube channel. It's not like I don't have like a little analysis thing or anything of that nature. So I decided to address Double Cheese, aka Brie Brie Joy, who is just an awful person. We always talk about how representation matters. We always talk about it. Those were the buzzwords of last year. That someone that looks like you can be a representation, and I wouldn't say take the whole burden of the black community and put it on their shoulders, but you want to see representation. Like when I was a kid growing up, wanting to get into radio, um, growing up, when I wanted to go and get into radio, or in the music, it was Dunny Simpson. Oh, shout outs to Dunny Simpson. I used to watch Video Soul every night growing up on BET when BET was actually black entertainment television. Um, People like Dunny Simpson, Tom Joyner, Bobby OJ in Memphis with WDIA. Those were guys that I looked up to, and they were guys that I looked up to in terms of wanting to get into radio. Um, when in college it was Obama, because Obama made being black and smart cool. That's how I saw it. And for me now as an announcer, as a radio announcer, um, I still harken back to what I learned from growing up listening to Tom Joyner. And if you were a kid of the 1990s, you knew anytime you went to school, your mom had the Tom Joyner Morning Show on her radio dial. That was what every black kid in the 1990s did. Okay, my mom was one of them. My mom was one of them. But that's neither here or there. What I'm addressing is Brie Brie Joy. Brie Brie Joy, her co-host Virgil Texas, got accused of taking the innocence of a young teenage girl. Basically, he's a fucking creep. Let's put it that way. And instead of her coming out and distancing herself and just saying a public statement of saying, look, I do not know if those allegations are true. However, I am distancing myself away from you because this can look bad for not only you but me. Because this podcast is both of us. And I can't have you mess up my brand. She didn't say that. Instead, she decides to beef with some guy named Sink, which I don't know what parent would name their child Sink. Sink. I can't pronounce the guy's name, but she decided to beef with him, but decided to not address the allegations of her co-host. And I'm not even sure if he addressed those allegations, but that's his damn battle. Here's the reality here. Here's the reality, Brie Brie. I believe that black women, young black women, representation does matter for black women, for black people. Representation does matter. It does. In your case, how you treat people, whether Republicans or even fellow Democrats, and mainstream media, how you treat people makes you toxic. Like, let's be real. Like, one of my friends, shout outs to Christina Stevens. Christina Stevens is a friend of mine who is a press secretary, I believe a deputy press secretary for Governor John Bel Edwards here in Louisiana. Anytime I need to ask her a question about something regarding the pandemic or anything regarding stuff that's going on in the state of Louisiana, I go into her inbox and I ask her those questions. I ask her questions about, okay, why is this happening? What is going on with this? And there's And I always get an answer. Sometimes it's the same day, sometimes it's a couple of days, because I know she's busy. I don't believe in blowing up people's DMs, no way. However, I never seen her say anything negative about the advocate, about Republicans, about any of those things. Because she understands that people are looking at her and at her tweets. People are looking at what she says. Y'all you see where I'm going with this? I never seen her tweet anything other. If John Bell Edwards had lost the election, I don't think she would have said anything to like Eddie Rispon saying John Bell would have won. It wouldn't have been a hashtag that said John Bell would have won. You would have never seen that from her. Why? Because she has a brain and she knows how to be professional. You, on the other hand, don't. You don't. You basically can't get a job at any damn mainstream media outlet. None whatsoever. You can't. You feel like you have to disrespect the elders. You disrespect John Lewis, God rest his soul. You disrespect Roland Martin. You disrespect everybody. You shit on people that could easily help you. That's what you do. And if I was a guy wanting to date you, I wouldn't date you because you're fucking toxic. Because I don't, I said it the other day. I say, no, Brie Brie Joy is not bad looking. I say, but your actions and how you treat people, it makes you ugly. It makes you toxic. Like, I explained this to somebody. I say, look, a long time ago, people didn't know what I meant by, well, there's no such thing as a beautiful woman. And people thought, like, well, no, yeah, there is. Yeah. Physically, yes. But we're talking about the whole person, both on the inside and on the outside. On the outside, Brie Brie is an attractive woman. Okay? On the inside, this is an ugly and terrible human being. When you look at the fact that Bernie Sanders lost 2 elections, when you look at the fact that your listenership is going down, when you look at the fact that everything that you was trying to shit on, your whole grip, is basically slowly going into the crater. That's not because people don't want to listen to a black woman. It's because all the ugliness that you had for over a year, it's all coming back to you. Even fucking Sarah Huckabee Sanders found a job at a mainstream media outlet. Yes, it's Fox News, but even she found a damn job. You haven't. And if I was a mainstream media outlet exec, I wouldn't hire you. I'd probably hire you at McDonald's, but I wouldn't hire you for no mainstream media place, because you're toxic. You're a horrible human being, and it's really sad and it's a shame, because you could be, a mentor for young black girls that want to get into politics. Not once did you ever say, go out and vote. Mobilize people to vote. Not once did you ever say that. Not once did you ever say, did you ever, think about, okay, not once did you ever talk about, George Floyd or anything like that. It was always taking a dump on people that came before you. It was taking a dump on Joe Biden. It was taking a dump on Barack Obama. What is it that scares you What is it that scares you about people not wanting to hear doom posting shit? What is it that makes you mad about people not giving a fuck about what you have to say? Because that's really what it is. You're jealous because people don't, you're jealous about everyone else. Even Blair Erskine got a job, who I truly adore. Blair Erskine got a job based off of what she would do on social media. A real job. J-O-B. Writing jokes for, I believe, Jimmy Kimmel and others. What have you done? You got your Patron. You got your patron. You got your patron people. It's time to grow up, Brie Brie. And to quote Shantae, who does the whole going through some things, you're going through some things now. Your podcast is going through some things, and eventually you will go through some things. Because you know what? Karma is a fucking bitch.